I mean, at the same time, I remember the few times he actually wrote a book, he did, like, make money off of it a couple times.
Well, I kind of get what you mean there, because it's like, because using as our bird dog for some of this kind of shit, like, if he could actually like follow through and finish it, that's a promising sign.
Yeah, cause like here's the thing, um, there were two phases where when was looking at self publishing on Amazon. There was way back in like 2014, 15 when he wrote like a bullshit scam self help book and published it. It was a full book. He wrote it and he published it. And I think at one point he sent me like a draft of it. I didn't read it because I didn't care. But he made money off of it. Not a ton,
Plus,
but not a ton because it didn't sell much. Although, shit,
Well,
it might have sold a bit because he did say something about like bestseller list at one point. Although, then again, that could be a box. That may be a box. But it did sell. Is my point. And he eventually just delisted it because he didn't like the fact that people were buying what was effectively just manic ramblings that came out of his brain when he was like homeless without meds. The second time he tried to write a book was the second time he went homeless. Both times he tried writing books, he was homeless. So the second time was when I considered like co-authoring with him, and it was for the fucking Pachinko game, and it was like we never agreed on what the book was going to be about or what the setting was going to be about because he was constantly changing everything about it, and he was using the fucking save the cat framework for everything, and it's like, oh my god, dude, why does everything have to be a fucking framework? Just write your shit. But anyway, point stands.
well, this is where some mix and match can come in handy. Control of the product. Because, okay, if this is just a space, like, this kind of reminds me of, like,
so wait, if the
a
book was
spec-
actually
if the book was actually.
selling, why the hell delist it? That numbnuts.
Also, look, how things like this work. Yes, but also the sales were probably dropping off. And it was at the point where it's like, okay, he needed to upload more content to keep current and not be buried in the listings.
That may have also been it, you know.
So it's like, oh, I'm gonna be like, the moral guy and get rid of my book that's bad. But yeah, after like I can see the sales graph declining.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I'm gonna pick up the $100 bill, but I'm gonna leave these 2 nickels.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah, because he published it and he was like, oh wow, that's like a terrible book. Why did I publish it? But he left it up, and it was like, yeah, he got some sales figures out of it, and that helped him get unhomeless.
Well, because what we have is now we have something. It's still published on Amazon, but okay, a product that you control.
Yep.
at least in a way, and something that can be sold independently. Like, okay, we're on a podcast platform, they're running ads. Maybe we fucking have ad reads because you're starting to come around on that. Because as you know, like we're particularly like picky assholes about things in video games. And I never thought like a pay mobile game would actually be fun until I tried the updated Raid Shadow Legends. And let me tell you, this is an action-packed game full of custom
Oh
characters,
my
new
God.
levels. But aside from that, something that can be promoted on a podcast, something that can be put to a link to a video, something that can be linked to a website,
Yes, buy my book.
and it's not affiliate marketing garbage. Because you control the product in that way, you're not like going fucking like fifth party through somebody else where they're going to screw you out of your money for doing your legwork for them.
Right.
If you get a sale, you get a fucking sale, period, the end.
Right. I can
Buy my book.
I can completely saturate it on every platform that I use.
Buy my book.
Oh, okay. And look, I'm just brainstorming here. I know I might be overstepping my bounds in creativity. And also my fucking, I mean, I guess I'm not a boomer. Zoomerism is coming into play. Because something, yeah, you know, okay, you're confident in your writing, which is a good way to be if you're gonna sell a book. But something you could do without writing a book, make a compilation of your webcomics and use this format for the cover. So it's generic, and it's like generic gets fat, or and it's in that font. They can't sue you for the font, but they have fonts that look like this. You're good.
Oh my God. Okay. People have recommended comic compilations to me before. Here's the problem with this: Sprite comics are made of a zillion different pieces of copyrighted material pasted together in a hellish ship of Theseus. I can't really sell that.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Generic is the tail sprite. Fuck yes, you're right. Oh, that's a shame though,
It is a shame. But
because I feel like I had a winning idea here.
you did.
In order for Alpha to be able to do that shit, he would have to literally make custom sprites and remake the comics from the very fucking beginning.
Yeah, it's. In other words, I'd have to draw the comics, which I can't. So it's.
Damn.
Yeah, like no, I get it. It's absolutely a winning idea. If I am a different person with different skill sets. Which is why I kind of get like offended when people genuinely suggest this to me and go write or die for it, and like don't shut up when I tell them like no, this doesn't work.
Well, yeah, at least I'm passing that muster because it's like, yeah, I'm very receptive to negatives. So it's like, yep, oh yeah, fuck, okay. Yeah, at the very least, like there's gonna have to be a lot of back to the drawing board workarounds, and probably isn't gonna happen.
Yeah, like I can absolutely advertise an unrelated book on the website. Hell, I could write a book set in the universe of the comic, maybe even using illustrations that are not sprites, or using different sprite type illustrations. You could play around with that, you know.
How generic, got to Earth.
Or something, I don't know. Yeah, but the sprite comic itself cannot be sold, which is
and I know
obnoxious.
I told you about the Meatloaf albums, but speaking of weird things my mom used to collect, she collected these Garfield books. That's why like there's such a like a fixture in my brain space. And okay, she had this one.
Oh my God.
She had Garfield Weighs In. She had Garfield Sits Around the House. Let's see. Yeah, she had all the ones pictured here. She had this one. I believe she had this one. Oh, she didn't have either of these. But she did have a lot of this, like, this annoying rectangular book style.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she had this.
Oh, Capsule White Load.
All of these. This one.
Yes, I gotta tell you, as far as newspaper comics go, I was always more of a Calvin and Hobbes guy.
Oh, it's funny you should mention that. She also had all the Calvin and Hobbes books.
I remember, didn't the Calvin and Hobbes guy refuse to have like merchandise stuff sold?
This one, it's a shame her extensive book collection was lost to a flood.
Oh man.
This one, let's see.
I think the only thing that was allowed to be sold were like her comics, compilation of her comics.
Yeah, he'll only sell the comics. It's a shame, really, because.
But he was like no real merchandise. And then the fucking Mexicans took the comic of him pissing somewhere and made like stickers out of that shit.
Oh, that's a common misnomer. Calvin pissing is fan art.
Yep.
Oh, that makes it worse.
Yeah, which is maybe something because it's fan art, but somehow like somebody made some serious bank off that, and it was not the.
Not really, because
not Bill Wilson.
That piece of fan art became a bootleg and sold everywhere. So everyone but the actual artist of the fan art made money.
Yep.
And that shit is really fucking common in Mexico. If there's like a Mexican soccer team that exists, there's most likely a freaking Calvin shirt of him pissing wearing that uniform.
Oh yeah, I remember as a child liking the colors of the cover of this one.
Oh yeah, I've got that book. I've got that book.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I have that book. I might. I have to take a look.
Oh god, and speaking of boomer shit, yeah, newspaper comic compilations. She had a lot of them. She had a very extensive Bloom County collection.
Oh god.
Had this one. Don't think she had this one.
Is this a good time to bring up Enceladon?
What?
Alphanos.
Oh no, yeah, the Mexican one. No, yeah.
Oh, I remember loving this cover. But like Bloom County is like peak boomer humor.
Yeah, isn't this like a serialized comic strip that's about like boomers?
It's semi-serialized.
Yeah, it's about like boomers that go to college and get old.
No, you're thinking of Doonesbury, which he also had many books of.
Oh, okay.
No, for what it's worth, okay, this gives you an idea. Of what?
Oh, okay.
This
So
was a famous.
it's a similar brand then.
I mean, tier list, I would put Bloom County like way above Doonesbury.
Yeah, it seems better because Doonesbury is like that's bottom of the barrel. Like Doonesbury is just barely a step above like Assigned Mail.
Yeah, I'm looking for an obscure one. Oh. No, she never had kudzu. Okay, I'm thinking of something. And it kind of came from the Garfield collecting. Because this was like a rip-off Garfield.
Okay.
That I'm looking for that I haven't found yet.
These are some interesting image results.
Yeah. I'll know it when I see it. Oh my god. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Please hold. Yeah, I'm actually going to... I mean, if she's asleep from the dinner, like, I probably won't get an answer, but...
Okay, while he's doing that, I'm going to refill my drink. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Oh, you're up. What's the name of the bird that eats chocolate that used to have a comic strip in the 80s? You won't...
Want some rye? Of course you do.
I spill my drink.
Oh, D Space 9.
Okay, nobody remembers. It's a fucking box.
Okay.
Oh no.
I spill my drink.
Well.
Yeah, that was a productive use of my time.
And I want to know what the fuck you're doing with my time!
I mean, maybe clicking on one of these things will... It doesn't matter. It was a rip off of Garfield. The bird ate chocolate.
Okay.
Has your mother ever seen Garfield minus Garfield? All that.
Most likely. She spends an obscene amount of time on the internet. And she's a fan of Garfield.
Yeah, she's probably seen most of the Garfield name stuff.
So that means she knows about the freaking memes of Garfield being a fucking eldritch abomination.
Probably. But yeah, no, fun fact about that Calvin and Hobbes book where the cover is them in outer space. That was the first comic collection I ever owned. It originally belonged to my optometrist.
Oh.
Yeah, because, I mean, I've worn glasses for most of my life, right? You know, since I was like, I don't know, 5? So I was a very, very small kid going to the optometrist, and I saw that he had just comic books in the fucking waiting room, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. I don't really have time to read this in the waiting room, so I made a huge fucking scene asking if I could take the comic book home. And he's like, well, I mean, this is for the waiting room. This is for, like, other people, and...
I'm other people?
Eventually he just gave up and broke down. He's like, alright, whatever.
Oh, and here's probably what you're thinking of. It's a somewhat similar art style. This is from Doonesbury.
Yeah. Yeah, like, Doonesbury just became nothing but this. At a point.
And Doonesbury always was, like, over political and over, like, bullshitty. Because Doonesbury did not appear in the comic section. It appeared in the politics section as a political cartoon.
Right.
Where that was at least the case in my area.
I think it used to appear in the comic section, but over time it shifted to the political section.
Right, because people can't handle it, man.
But
Yeah, I
it's
can
a fucking
imagine
big
That is like a complaint that an old man would write to a newspaper. When I read the comics, I'm in for laughter and joy. I'm tired of this hippie commie political agenda being spread next to my Garfield and Beetle Bailey.
Oh, okay, so he's got, like, another, like, set of characters that are, like, annoying kid straw men.
Well,
to annoy his like, legacy characters that are now, like, gross boomers.
well, that in Doonesbury is hyper serialized. I'm looking for WWZ 2015. So, like, out of context, it's just one strip, which is how they appear in fucking papers. Like, yeah, this kind of doesn't make sense, and it falls flat, and it would kind of fall flat anyways. So 2015, that's long enough. Yeah, this character that's probably a 16-year-old kid-ish actually appeared in the comic as an infant in the 90s.
Yeah.
And as a child in the 2000s. And this character, like, appeared as, like, a younger man in the 80s. Like, maybe he was, like, a fucking, like, I don't know, a fucking coked up broker or something in the 80s. But it's, like, out of context, it's like, who the fuck cares? Because, it's a very, like, failed humor. And unlike Bloom County, Doonesbury is always political.
Right.
To one extent or another. Like, this would be one of the most apolitical Doonesburys there are. And it's still political in its way.
Right, it's like, oh, those damn kids filming each other. Old man yells at cloud. Well, see, here's the thing. Like, I'm not against serialization in comics. I am against serialization in print comics. Like, in the newspaper specifically.
Oh, then you hate Doonesbury. And
Yes, no, absolutely. Yeah, Doonesbury can suck penis. Because, like, if Doonesbury were a webcomic, right? Like, okay, you could, like, go through it and have, like, a complete archive of all the fucking Doonesbury. And,
Oh, I see where you're going with that.
yeah, right? Like,
right, because you know what you'd have to do to know who these two people are and what their relationship is.
right, you'd have to...
Go to 1997, buy a newspaper, bring it home, go to the politics section, read the comic.
Yeah.
Stay in 1997, wait till tomorrow, go back and buy another newspaper.
Yeah,
Rinse,
like...
repeat, literally 900 times.
Yeah, the newspaper is too fucking scattershot and random of a medium to transmit this through. Now, like a comic book, like Superman, right? That's still a little ridiculous because, like, okay, you have to go to the fucking comic book store, you have to hope to God that they have the next issue of fucking All-Star Superman or whatever the fuck, and, you know, keep following from there, but at least then, like, you know that what you're getting into, you know that it's a backlog, and you know that there's a backlog that you can check. And they reboot the continuity occasionally, so...
Well, you can also go to a Barnes & Noble and drop $50 on the complete Doonesbury.
Well, okay, yeah, you could do that, but... I mean, at that point, like... the comparison breaks down, right? Like, my point is... it being in the newspaper at all is such utter horseshit. Like, it should have either been a webcomic or the complete Doonesbury at Barnes & Noble. Those are the only two ways that you get away with serialization. Because the complete Doonesbury at Barnes & Noble is the equivalent of buying All-Star Superman at the comic book shop with Comic Book Nerd.
Worst serialized comic ever. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
I'm sorry, we do not have the complete Doonesbury, but may I interest you in
the Carvelo's Putting Challenge?
The Carvelo's Putting Challenge.
That's not even a book.
You will enjoy it far better, I assure you. Lee Carvello will not waste your time.
He might. I don't own a Nintendo.
Don't worry, it's available now on every mobile app.
I have this clone Nintendo right here. $5. Half off with any purchase of All-Star Superman.
Yeah, I don't know. Do I get to use Power Drive?
Yes.
You just...
But may I recommend gentle touch?
Well, fuck. I may not see it or recognize it. It's fucking in here. Because this is a very complete list.
Jesus Christ.
And there's also all the Mexican shit that is probably missing from there.
God. There's always a chance, like, that could be why it was so fucking rare, and it didn't appear in all newspapers. It could have been translated. Swear to God, it was kudzu, but it's not. Kudzu is something else, so that's part of the box.
Okay.
Something that, like, sounded like kudzu. Oh, Marmaduke, talk about boomer shit.
Oh, God. 1954 to today. Still being published? Are you kidding me?
You know, there's probably a lot of repeats. Your large dog tracked mud in the house.
There's no fucking way they're still making more Marmaduke.
Worst Marmaduke ever.
Why does Marmaduke have a blog?
Right, like, it's... Okay, this is, like... There's no fucking way.
Oh, maybe...
Okay, from 1954 to 2015. That's still way too long. Yeah, because the guy fucking died in 2015. He made this until he was dead.
What's his legacy?
Well, you know, it's the effect that people talk about with, like, YouTubers. Like, the first run of famous YouTubers.
Yeah.
Like how Doge Winkleman and Perturbed Video Game Enjoyer are, like, still doing the same content.
Right.
And they don't really want to. That was comic strip writers. Because it's like, okay, I have something that's making money, and I'd feel, like, shitty if I walked away from something that was making money in lieu of, like, doing something else.
Oh, God.
And then, God forbid, I had to get a real job. I need to hold on to this. I need to ride this for as long as it fucking goes.
Yeah. Yeah, we will see the end of Doge Winkleman. He will turn to dust on screen.
Right, and before there was that type of personality-based YouTube character, there was comic strips.
Right.
Because, yeah, you look at the years, 1924 to 1955, 31 years. Some of them are short, but a lot of them are long.
A lot of them
30 years,
a lot
50
of them
years.
a lot of them haven't stopped.
60 years.
Many of them haven't stopped.
Considering, like, what kind of name it was, there's still the chance it began with a Z. Oh my god. Why can't I let this go? Why can't I let this go? What am I doing?
Joe Mathlete explains today's Marmaduke.
U.S. Acres, the spin-off to Garfield.
What?
You know U.S. Acres, the spin-off to Garfield. It exists in the Garfield universe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he had a comic.
Apparently.
Okay, in the Garfield comics, sometimes John would take Garfield with him to visit his parents that lived on a farm in the country. U.S. Acres is about the farm animals that lived on that farm.
Well, I knew it as Parsons Farm, so... Which is why it was catching me off guard.
Right, because, there was one strip, and only one Garfield strip, during a story arc of going to visit the farm, where Garfield psychically communicated with some of the animals on the farm. And that's where U.S. Acres is birthed from. You know what tortures me is, it is on this list. It's just, like, the limits of human ability to, like, actually... It wasn't Zitz, was it? No. No, that was about a... Shit!
Marmaduke is incapable of being passive-aggressive.
It's on the fucking Hail Mary that the words, like, the parrot.
Marmaduke is pursuing a vacuum cleaner possessed of tremendous speed, independent mobility, and a power cord of apparently infinite length. Of these properties, a behatted onlooker finds only the former worth remarking upon.
Oh, fuck! This isn't what I'm looking for, but also Shoe. I remember Shoe. Shoe is like, what was that one fucking show where fucking George Costanza is a duck, like in a Howard the Duck type universe? Duckman.
Oh yeah, Duckman.
Yeah, Shoe is what Duckman ripped off.
Okay. Oh yeah. This comic.
Ripped off, like, is a bit strong, but some concept comes from here.
Yeah, it's because it's a diminutive duck and his giant wife.
God. You don't remember Curtis, do you?
Predominantly African American cast. Portrays a daily life of middle class.
Curtis was fucking brutal.
Oh God.
In terms of, like, not being funny. Because
This is gold, pure gold. Come here, Barry. I want you to read this. Unlikely Roommates by Curtis Silkins, age 11. Hi, Roomie. How was your day? I'm not your roommate. You wandered in here one day and never left. The neighbor's dog is quiet. It's usually barking. Yeah, it ran away. Now eat your stew. I found a foot in the shower. Thanks, I've been looking for that. Go back to your grave, will ya? Zombies don't have graves, Sillikins. So the zombie in your story is an annoying guest that never leaves. I'm sitting in the presence of madness. Thanks, I think it's pretty good too. Okay.
yeah. Cool.
There's something there that needed some workshopping, but there's something there.
It can get worse.
You should work from home. Curtis, I work at the DMV. How would I test new drivers by Zoom meeting? Just think, if they had to stag or fly off an overpass, you'd be safe at home in front of a computer screen. Okay. Yes, that is true. that is a fact. Yes. Curtis, what happened? Why did Chutney's call upset you? It's our teacher, Mrs. Wilson. She tested positive for coronavirus.
Okay. That is the most anyone has ever laughed at Curtis. I'll tell you that damn much. I mean, I get it, though. Like, it's funny by way of not being funny.
Oh, fuck.
That's all?
Like, that's an extremely ironic punchline.
Oh, my God.
That's all.
Oh my God, and the strip ends there. Oh my God, Curtis, how could you?
That's why I just played that song.
Oh my God. Oh, that's amazing. Oh yeah, that one reached an unfunny singularity.
That was so unfunny. It wound up back then.
You're right. Yeah, they reached a buffer overflow.
Oh, the negative numbers were so high it actually registered as.
It registered as a positive.
Okay, I keep thinking it sounds like kudzu, but it's not. God damn it! God damn it!
I kind of want to see more Curtis.
My God. Okay. Okay, that's the ZMV one.
Good morning, students. Until further notice, all students will be seated 6 feet apart. So much for copying off of someone else's paper. Oh my God.
I'm remembering Curtis from like the 2000s. So this is like ongoing Curtis. The author has nothing to talk about but fucking coronavirus.
Oh my God. Welcome to the Give Back Youth program. I'm Mrs. Bustle. Chutney Divo told me to expect you. Thanks for helping our community. I'd like to be part of a group that stakes vampires during the daytime when they're sleeping. Hun, vampires are the least of the problems facing this community.
Okay, you kind of get what I mean about Curtis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Curtis is only ever accidentally funny in that way that you just found.
Yeah, this is unhumor. Mr. Wilkins, you came in 3 seconds after the bell rang. You're officially late. Take your seat. Sorry you got chewed out, Curtis. Thanks, Chutney. Ever notice that Mrs. Nelson is never late? Of course not. Flying brooms don't get stuck in traffic.
Here's the thing about Curtis. Okay, so... And given the time period that Curtis is from...
Copy and paste it like a tiny thing. Never mind.
Curtis is not allowed to be funny because Curtis is a token black.
Right.
Like, Calvin can have fucking, like, imaginary space adventures with an anthropomorphic tiger. Curtis has to deal with social issues. It's accidentally extremely racist.
Yes.
Curtis has to be relevant. Curtis isn't allowed to have fun. Because Curtis needs to study hard and get an NAACP Bright Future Scholarship so he can go to college and dig his family out of poverty. Because if there was one thing my own experiences have taught me, going to college will definitely dig you out of poverty. Guaranteed.
Well, it'll help if you're taking advantage of a back-to-school grant. That is the one scenario where it might help.
Oh, it certainly helps in its way. I mean, I've definitely appreciated the extra folding. I'm currently drinking a cup of iced coffee, courtesy of the federal government.
Right. But yeah, if you're not, like, writing the state for everything it's worth, then, yeah, like, that degree ain't shit. Unless you want to exploit it to, like, exploit the degree snobbery of the system and ride the system for more grants. Which I guess you could do.
Right, I think maybe Curtis receives a grant.
That documentary on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was inspiring. Awesome. He was a great man. Makes me wonder how history would have played out if Dr. King was never born or never assassinated.
If I knew! You see, you never know when you're going to strike gold. Reviewing Curtis could be a podcast.
Honestly, yeah.
Oh my god.
Or just newspaper comics in general.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh my god, it's just a beat panel. It's,
This is considered good? Where?
oh my god.
okay.
God, the depth of the unfunny. Like, I appreciate Garfield more.
There's no punchline.
The punchline is that they're horrified at the contemplation of what they were saying. It's like, oh shit, yeah. What if he either never existed or had more time to do stuff?
You know what it could be? The parrot was named Kudzu, but there was another comic named Kudzu that was more popular, and that's why...
Do you think maybe it was like a parrot that only appeared in like one strip, and it's like...
No. It existed. It's real. It's ancient knowledge. My mom owned the compilation book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was more than one comic. Oh, God. Okay. So this thing was just so... Oh, there's a cold front.
Oh my god.
I guess this thing, like, it fell so fucking flat that... I mean... Extensive searching is not, like, bringing it up. Because if I wrote, like, overweight cat comic... And I didn't know the name Garfield, I would have found fucking Garfield ages ago. Oh my god, I'm finding this before I'm finding what I'm looking for? Little Abner, that's something that's been like
Oh god.
a joke on The Simpsons. Boy, this comic must have sucked.
Yeah, and this is saying a lot because it's easier to find Curtis on the internet.
Well, Curtis is still an active comic. That makes a big difference.
Right, which is...
And don't forget, Curtis is making a statement about social issues that affect American blacks. And it has a generous grant from the government.
Okay, could you zoom in on this one? I can't quite see from here. Okay, let's see. Don't play ball in the house, Curtis. You could break something. I'm not playing with it. I'm putting it away. Oops, crash, my bad. Okay, Curtis, you're really going to get it. Hold it, Dad. What you're thinking about doing is unacceptable. Spanking a child is frowned on by society. There's got to be a better way. You're right, Curtis. I totally agree. I almost made a dreadful mistake. You're grounded for 1 week with no TV, no video games, and no music.
Yeah.
That's all?
Yeah. A lot of Curtis doesn't even have punchlines. Oh, this is going to be impossible to read.
Curtis Taguar... Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to make you torture your eyes trying to read that.
Rehearsing for the next all-black cast Disney musical? No. Some days I feel like dancing. And some days I feel like hiding under the bed.
I mean, oh, God. Like, grading on the Curtis curve, it has a punchline. There's a path to the punchline.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's... Okay, I laughed because I did not pay attention to the in-between panels. I kind of like cut them out in my brain, so I didn't see that he like spilled coffee.
Oh, so you did a Curtis without Garfield.
Yeah, I didn't see that
I spill my drink.
happened. So the dialogue just like became funnier. Yo, Seabreeze, Heartthrob, is that you, bruh? Yeah, it's the one and only. This mask covers my handsomenitism. Like hanging a shower curtain over an original Jean-Michel Basquiat. The same old heartthrob, alrighty. Ooh, yeah, that's low on the Curtis scale.
That's a term we just made up, the Curtis scale.
The Carnivorous Bed Mattress. Horror Gold. Oh, that's a real movie. Deathbed. The bed that eats people. Should we stream that? Should we stream Deathbed, the bed that eats people?
That's just a hidden chat.
Well, that's true. Dunno, Curtis. It sounds kind of cheesy. How can you say that? Check out the production value alone. It must have cost $400 or $500 at the very least. Yeah, so should we stream Deathbed, the bed that eats people?
I'm creating the event right now. Just, you know, again, it's nothing solidly planned. It's just a note.
Oh, and I've seen Twins. It's an okay movie. Is pretty good.
Oh.
Well, yeah. There's your event image right here.
Yep. I was just kind of. I was kind of relieved that like it's already taken care of. At least get the. I can get this one. Awesome. Even better.
Jesus Christ.
Because I'm gonna try to get it like zoomed in as much as I can to that exact frame. Yep, there we go. That'll do.
Oh, beautiful. Do you go to see those computer animated movies? I wouldn't spend a red cent on them. I used to be a Disney animator.
What?
Huh? I downright hate the computer animated films and wouldn't spend a dime to see them. I worked on the hand-drawn masterpieces.
Why is this funny? Why does anybody think this is funny? Or just to?
Pardon me, did someone make a comment? The Emancipation Proclamation was a presidential executive order. It was issued by Abraham Lincoln. That's correct. Excuse me, Mr. Wilkins, I didn't quite hear you. What you said concerning... It's all correct, I googled it. You fact-checked me. You know how history has been manipulated and rewritten, but it all checked out. Hope you're not insulted. Actually, you inspired me to... She's insulted.
Yeah. How in the holy fuck of fucks have I not found this fucking goddamn bird comic yet? How?
Well, the only information you have is that it's a comic about a parrot that eats chocolate, right?
Yeah, none of that is really helping.
So, I mean, you may not find it. That you may just have to accept that. You may not find it.
I know. This is part of the process.
Experience, bish.
Oh, believe me, I am.
I mean, it's like that fucking minute and a half of techno that I've been trying to get people to identify, right? I've accepted at this point that I'm never going to find the full song. Like, it's something that something awful goon composed in probably 2007 or something, and they're either dead or retired or gone from the internet, some combination of those things.
You also tried to post that piece of techno in SGXP, right?
Yeah, I did. None of them knew what it was. Cause like, yeah, no, fucking nobody knows what it is. Cause I was thinking like, okay, like maybe it's video game music from a game I don't know. And maybe they would recognize the game. Nope. It's something that some internet asshole composed for something that doesn't exist anymore. Or
maybe it's one of those Keygen songs.
Nope. I know, because I've listened to many hours of Keygen music. It's not in there. No, I guarantee you what it is something awful. The web forum had, like, a music composition section. And this guy probably, like, posted that track to it somewhere. And it was probably posted on some, like, MP3 hosting website like Tindeck, which is dead now, so it's lost to time. And 1 out of 2 people who used it in a video I could identify are dead. Low Tax is fucking dead, and he's one of the people who used it in a video.
Oh.
Yeah, Low Tax, the guy who founded Something Awful, he is fucking dead. So I can't, like, ask him where it came from.
Like, really?
Yeah, he is literally dead.
Oh, shit. What
Yeah.
happened to him?
He had, like, a heart attack or something.
I found this goddamn parrot.
Well, it's Garfield.
I'm looking for this thing that might be like an alien microchip implanted in my brain. Or like that episode of Voyager where, like, Tupac has a memory of being a kid falling off a cliff. Oh God! And you know what? It makes me feel bad that, like, that fucking comic compilation collection is gone. Because just on rarity alone, like, that book is probably worth a lot of fucking money.
Probably.
Because if it's this goddamn rare, like, yeah, the pool of people who would buy it are small, but of them, they would pay fucking serious bank for, like, the compilation book in good condition. It's the parrot that eats chocolate. I even remember, like, on the cover of the book, it was like a chocolate bar, and, like, where it says Hershey's, it said the bird's name. But that part's blurry, like, the letters are blurry. I thought it was kudzu. But that's not getting me anywhere. It's getting me something else called kudzu.
Since the bird is from Garfield, wouldn't add Garfield to
The bird isn't from Garfield. It's derivative of Garfield. That's a word. Sure, why not? Oh, no. Did I mean? I don't know what I don't know what I meant.
Oh my God.
I'm getting...
Is Go Comics like stuff for newspapers comics?
Yeah, this is like a compendium of newspaper comics. I'm thinking I can, like, brute force it.
Wait a minute. Just out of sheer curiosity, is El Cerdo in there?
Hang on, let me, like, look at the thing real quick. Nope.
Oh, God damn it.
What? I think that's the problem. Like, I have this. It was called fucking kudzu, but there's something else called kudzu. So, like, the internet searching is gonna like constantly fuck me out of it.
Crumb. Let's see. This has a bird perched on a thing, but it doesn't quite look like.
Wait, where? Just
Over here.
yeah, no. And this might have been part of why the comic failed. I'm saying it's derivative of Garfield, but I only mean plot-wise.
Okay.
Art style-wise, like... Okay, the bird looked more realistic. The humans did not.
Okay. That's an interesting decision. Oh, God.
Yeah, to the point.
And of course, this website is all fucked up and weird, so...
No, wait, this is it! This is it!
Cool lines.
Okay, now the bird was not as accurate as I remember. This is me, like, forming a box. But... this is it. This is the fucking... So, I was right, it is... Oh my god.
Kutsu.
Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, wow. Yeah, this is just obscure as fuck. Because I can't find the compilation book or anything from this. It's called kudzu, just like the... Wow.
No, it is the kudzu comic that you were looking at on Wikipedia earlier and was saying is not this.
It's this?
Yeah, it is that, apparently.
The fuck?
Yeah, because the auction listing is showing the same artist as that.
Maybe the parrot got redesigned in the future.
But this is what, like, threw me off the trail. This has nothing to fucking do with the fucking combo. It was all about a fucking bird eating chocolate. Every single strip, like, was this strip in this compilation book.
Well, it may have been a compilation book that was just nothing but the strips that were about that guy.
About the green bird.
Yeah, about the green bird.
What the fucking ass?
Well, that make that specific compilation extremely.
Hang on, because I've implanted a similar mania in my mother, and now that I've solved the riddle, I need to go for a minute and fix this wrong.
Okay.
I found it. I found Kutsu. Ma, I found the parrot.
Okay, yeah, because, like, I'm looking at this. And, of course, because the problem is that it's too generic. The phrases are too generic. Like, kudzu is just, like, an invasive plant. So you look for it and you just get the images of the invasive plant. And parrots, like, you just get parrots.
Oh my god. I feel I owe you all an apology. I don't... What the fuck? What the fucking fuck? Because none of this looks familiar. Who the hell is that shithead?
This does look familiar. Oh god, what type of image file is that? What is that? Fucking Jeffries. I hate that file.
No, because what they probably did was they probably took every strip that was about the parrot, because when you have a long-running newspaper comic strip, you do a shit ton of repeat ideas. And if it's long-running enough,
Right, because the bird was basically Garfield, but it was a fucking bird that ate chocolate instead of a cat that eats lasagna. Compilation book of this shit, but it was like boiled down to these like lazy bird that eats chocolate skits.
Right, so...
Oh my god, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's hitting me now. That's fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, so... Because what happened is it was long-running enough that this guy just had enough of these fucking lazy bird that eats chocolate skits to fill a book, so he filled a book with it. And I can't find the book cover either. That's scary. I mean, maybe I'm not using the right search terms or what, but I mean, yeah, this may be something that is hard to find in print.
Oh, so also like it's sort of a shame. Like that book didn't survive.
Right.
Yeah, that would just be like, oh yeah, we don't need to keep this. Fuck that book. It's going on the internet. I'll take a trip to the UPS store. It's fucking sell it on eBay for $500 or more. Well, I think maybe in general the whole thing was unpopular.
Yeah, this doesn't look like a winning comic.
No. Curtis is a winning comic. Fucking Curtis.
Curtis, that horror movie you wanted to see is coming on. The Man with the Shrinking Brain, or The Creature in the Glove Compartment, or whatever. I wanted a little bite. Bologna mayo with potato chips. A bologna sandwich is just a bologna sandwich, but add some potato chips, and wow. Want me to make you one? I mean,
That's all. That's all. That's all. That's all.
I mean, he might be onto something, right? Put chips in your sandwich. Fuck it.
This is like anti-humor the comic.
Yeah, you know, say what you will about signed mail, like,
Maybe this is why
it
people
has
like.
punchlines, or at least it tries to.
It does?
That's it. Does it try?
Are you sure?
I think it tried. I think it tries harder than Curtis.
Okay, I mean, I have laughed harder at Curtis than I have at Assigned Mail.
Well, yes.
For the wrong reasons, but, I mean...
Yeah, see, the fucking thing... Because, this is reminding me of the place I had to leave. Because it's like, they weren't about, like, comic strips in general. Like, they wouldn't analyze Curtis. Like we just did. They wouldn't give a shit about Garfield or anything. And they kind of missed the point. Like, yeah, Assigned Mail isn't funny. But it has punchlines. But it's not for us. It is for trans people. This is like trans people thinking, like how that thinking has been warped by like the media and popular culture and the politicization of their identity.
Right.
It's like, yeah, I know. Complete fucking silence. But that was a punchline. That was a punchline.
I actually can't see the text. but I mean,
Okay, Dad, I need new lip gloss. Can I have one too, please?
well, boys don't wear lip gloss. You won't get girls that way. Well, just watch me. Kids were getting all the lip gloss. I'll wear it until heteronormativity is just a bad memory.
Like I get it. Because in terms of like explaining a comic strip, which if you have to explain it, it's failed. But this is easier to explain than like a Curtis. Because sometimes Curtis does not have humor at the end. There is an attempt at humor. There is a setup and punchline. Panel 1. The children are begging for lip gloss. Dad is making a face like, fuck lip gloss. A random stranger comes along, makes a comment about lip gloss.
Right.
Boys don't wear lip gloss. Because the little brother is a boy, I guess. And or he's identifying this her as a boy, even though she's trans. But trans fantasy, like, parents are really supportive and understanding. So Dad's gonna be a fucking total tool to identity marketing. And they're buying like a shit ton of lip gloss they'll never use.
Okay.
Funny!
That's all? It was all a dream.
Oh, okay. Well, that one's not legible, or nothing about it was lost.
You're not selling me on this.
I know. Look, you're not supposed to.
Well, cause here's the thing. No, I get what you're saying. The basic structure of a joke is here. I get it.
Yep.
But that does not make it good.
No, it doesn't make it good.
That doesn't even make it better than Curtis.
You're calling people transphobic to silence them. It's funny you say that because in my experience, literally no transphobe in existence has. Ever. Shut up. Okay. I'm a little lost here.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Every political cartoon follows this format, right? And this format is also the basic format of a setup and punchline. Also the setup of a basic. So you'll notice that most of these strips have a very silly, over-exaggerated strawman character that only exists to be torn down, right? In this case, it's someone who's like a transphobe or something.
Yeah.
Or someone who like is saying something that the author doesn't agree with on some level. So that is the setup to the punchline. And the punchline is, we don't agree with that person. On the flip side of the spectrum, you have right-wing comics like Better Days, which is an infamous furry webcomic made by an objectivist. He slurps down the Ayn Rand Kool-Aid. Like, he's hardcore right-wing. And many of his comics follow the same format. A straw man appears. He tears it down. That is the punchline. He tore down the straw man. The basic setup is there. It doesn't make it better. If anything, it makes it worse. Because it's not really humor that they're going for. Yeah, it's the basic construct of a joke. But it's not humor. It's something that you can share with other people in this very specific in-group and go, yeah, fuck yeah, we believe in this. And perpetuate a cycle of misery.
Yes, and Curtis intends to do that, but actually falls short, which is why it's sometimes funny.
Right. Yeah, like the coronavirus strip. That was genius. That was a setup to a punchline that they did not intend.
This one. This is funny, completely unintentionally.
Right, yeah, like...
This one almost makes you wonder, like, wait a minute, I think he intended that joke. Because... like, what other intent could there be?
Right. Like, what did he mean by that?
Right, I think the intent is, like, leave it there. And just confuse the fuck out of the audience.
Yeah, it's avant-garde in a way. Let's see, where's your brother? He's going to be late for breakfast. Oh, he's coming. Hey, Dopey, drag your big head in here before I eat all the breakfast. Curtis, Mom, what happens when I sleep? Sleep is very important, especially for your growing body. When your body's at rest, it recharges, almost like a battery. Sleep refuels your body, revitalizes it, so the next day you'll have plenty of energy for activities. Your body can also heal while you sleep. And though your body's at rest, your mind is active and capable of great imagination. We can experience awful nightmares or the most wondrous, delightful dreams. No, I mean I had $3 in change and a bag of candy hidden in my dresser drawer, and when I woke up, it was all gone. Okay, this one is almost funny. Because it takes a while to get there.
Yeah, it takes a long time to get to almost funny.
And you're reading it, and it's like, okay, where is this going? And it's like, oh, that's where it's going.
I guess Curtis's big thing is, like, they acknowledge coronavirus.
Oh, wow, this is a deep Curtis cut. Snackers asked me to ask you if we could sleep in there. Barry, did you have a nightmare? Not me. Snackers can't sleep. He hears creepy things. It's because of that cat, isn't it? You tell Snackers not to be afraid of death. It's like the period at the end of a sentence, only it doesn't stop there. Your story continues where there is everlasting joy. It's not that. Curtis is hugging and kissing his pillow in his sleep, and saying, "Oh, Michelle," and all that mush. What the fuck? This comic goes places. Whoever writes this, he's got a very interesting mind. He's a very strange idea of funny.
Right. It's the tragedy of Curtis, which invites a slight comparison to Assigned Male. And the tragedy is it has to have a foot in reality. Unlike a Calvin and Hobbes, where, like, oh, we can just really, like, tear ass.
Right.
Into fantasy land. And that is also the comparison to Bloom County and Doonesbury. Bloom County went to, like, wacky fantasy land and had more fun. Like, having that hard foot in reality is like the death of your comic.
Right, and it's like it's very strange with Curtis here because they have a hard foot in reality, but the dialogue is not committing to being like really hard-hitting and gritty like a lot of these other examples we're citing. So you end up with this weird melange where it's got this hard foot in reality, and occasionally shit like death and coronavirus and Martin Luther King will crop up. But when it does, it ends up being, like, ironically funny.
I'm back. What wacky Curtis adventures have I missed?
Look, we're kind of the same opinion. You know, I'm kind of reliving, like, how the server treated it. The problem with assigned mail is not its politics. And the great irony in them, like, slamming that comic for not being funny, it's the same reason the server stopped being funny.
Right.
Because, okay, Curtis has a foot in reality, and there's a political bent to it. It's trying not to, like, stay there and push it every single second of every single day.
Right, yeah. There are strips of
Every
Curtis...
single Curtis, because if Curtis was like assigned mail, every single Curtis would be like, I'm black. People are racist against black people.
Yeah, yeah. That's how Curtis can be, like, a little more tolerable. Ironically enough. Like, that's kind of the problem with assigned mail. It's not that it's not the type of politics that it's pushing. It's that it's all politics all the time. It is nothing but that. That is all you ever consume from it. And that's why I was saying, like, okay, like, it has that cadence of a political strip. And, like, it doesn't matter what aisle of the political spectrum you fall on, every type of political strip uses that cadence. Like the Jack Chick tracks by that crazy religious nut, they follow that cadence.
As somebody in my of years, just out of lack of something to do one day, like, read a pile of Doonesbury compilation comics. Doonesbury sometimes had some fun and, like, went to some fun places. The problem being, it's like you said, like, this is from, like, just digesting decades of Doonesbury's all at once.
Right.
So it's like, most of the time, when you look at a paper, whenever the fuck that's going to happen in this day and age, you just randomly look at a paper that's sitting somewhere for no reason, and see Doonesbury, odds are you're getting shit. You're getting out of context shit. So, okay, tier listing comics, like, Curtis has to go above Doonesbury and above assigned mail.
Right. Yeah, Curtis goes in, like, D tier.
Oh, Curtis. You so crazy. But no, Curtis isn't crazy.
Maybe I should tell her she doesn't have to wear a mask to FaceTime.
Thus is the tragedy. This is what Curtis was doing while fucking Calvin got to go to fucking Mars with a tiger.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, the cracker kid next door is having the time of his life, while Curtis is like, I'm FaceTiming. Being stuck inside all day, every day has me restless. The same walls, the same space you walk again and again, looking out but unable to connect, everything the same. I guess it's just a smidgen of what animals living in captivity feel. Gotta admit, the little troll makes it hard to feel sorry for myself.
Curtis, you're so crazy? Okay, this one might be tough. For Black History Month, each of you will write a report on any African American who has inspired you.
Anyone who doesn't complete the assignment will receive an F. Hey, why'd you look at me?
Yeah, because it's like, I keep him... Because Calvin gets poor grades because he's, like, overly imaginative, hyperactive, kind of delusional.
Yeah.
Sort of antisocial as a byproduct of all that. Curtis gets bad grades because he's just an asshole. That's what I'm getting out of this. No, Curtis is, like, fully connected with reality in all ways. He's just a lazy little shit.
Okay, I think the time has come to make the webcomic to make the comic tier list.
Okay. Oh my god.
Okay, let's see here. S plus.
I have a template if you want it.
Ooh. Oh yes, that's right. Okay, hang on. Let me download that file. because it's up here somewhere. Yes, that's a fireworks style. Thank you for reminding me.
Say, no need to reinvent the wheel.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I'm glad I found out about that kudzu thing, but, like, how it ended was kind of an unsatisfying conclusion.
I mean, you put it to rest.
Yeah, and that's more than I was expecting towards the end. Oh my god.
It feels like I've been inside forever. I can't go to the movie theater or pizza parlor. I miss my classmates. Anne Frank and her family spent 2 years in an attic. Yeah, I expected that blank look and no comment.
Wow, they went hard on coronavirus.
Jesus!
You know, I don't know, man. I'm kind of coming around on Curtis. I'm thinking C tier, or like, oh right, it's a flexible type of tier, like halfway into C and D.
Well, if we're putting assigned mail on this tier list, then we also have to include, like, all the webcomics that I have read.
No,
And
yeah.
and that changes the grading a lot.
You can, like, put... I mean, you can put what you want. You don't need to put everything.
Yeah, we could make one specifically designed for newspapers.
Okay.
And then make one.
Okay, yeah, what it might be best to do, because now, like, you see how the cards are. Erase every other card and just use one card and duplicate it, which is what I was doing. Because, yeah, this will cause chaos and confusion. Yep, there you go. And you don't have to put every single thing you read. But, you know, as much as you feel up to. Yes, the Starship Troopers animated series is my favorite comic. It's also my favorite anime. It's S tier on every list.
Okay, let's see.
You know, because if you just go with Turn of the Century Curtis, yeah, it's D or maybe even F. But actually, this is the rare instance where, like, as the thing goes on, like...
It kind of gets funnier.
Yeah, this coronavirus material and this thing where, like, things are, like, ironically falling flat, like... Yeah, it can go up into C a little bit. Okay.
Signed. Mail.
Mail. Parentheses, I'm not transphobic. The comic just sucks.
Okay. Floating. Okay. Oh god, what else should be an F minus? Oh yeah, Doonesbury. Doonesbury. That's a big F minus.
Time in the 80s. Because there's a Doonesbury character called Duke, who's, like, roughly based on, like, Hunter S. Thompson.
Right.
That had some wacky adventures. Like, okay, Doonesbury from, like, yeah. Actually, you know what fucking, like, okay, Doonesbury was never great. But I'm thinking of, like, old Doonesburys I read. You know what fucking, like, really murdered Doonesbury?
What?
9/11.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was trying to place, like, a year where Doonesbury, like, was never good again. And it's like, yes, 2001 onward, there was never a good Doonesbury ever again. So yes, having Doonesbury F minus, like, Totally justified. Like, my only defense to, like, bring it up into regular F, which regular F is still failing, it's still an F, is, like, there's some, like, ancient fucking, like, 70s, 80s Doonesbury's that got kind of, like, fun and crazy.
Okay. It's worth consideration. Okay. Let's see, where's some other really fucking stinky webcomics? Or just comics in general. It's fucking,
Okay, thing where, like, okay, the character Duke, who kind of looked like Hunter S. Thompson and was kind of weird, he was doing some kind of, like, he bullshitted his way into doing, like, a secret mission
yeah.
as a spy in China. And he had a sidekick who was, like, a Chinese college student who, because of being Chinese and, like, college age, kind of looked like Peppermint Patty. And I think the artist was, like, self-aware of that because she started calling him Sir, like Peppermint Patty. Oh, and I reminded you.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. Peanuts fucking stinks on ice.
Garfield. Where would you put Garfield?
Oh, Garfield?
Now...
Ooh, that's a tough one. I would say probably,
also,
like...
consideration is the ancillary joy that Garfield has brought us. Also, remember that 9 Lives is fucking sick as shit and is canon Garfield.
That's very true.
But also, remember the residual fun that Garfield has given us. Garfield minus Garfield. The thing where that guy talks endlessly about the pipe strip.
The pipe strip.
Right, I know, like, the fun of Garfield is mostly bycatch. That crazy New Zealand woman that has 200 Garfield dolls in her room. All these great things would not exist if not for Garfield.
Heathcliff.
Ugh, below Garfield, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I can think of all, like, the Boomer comic strips and fill out your F and F minus tier rather quickly, I imagine. Hagar the Horrible.
Oh, I remember not hating that. That was okay. Yeah, it didn't suck. That's like, D. Oh, and D for Dilbert. That reminds me. Dilbert is that's like a C. Dilbert's like mid.
Andy Cap.
And Andy Cap.
Never heard of it?
Let me look.
No, if you never heard of it, it doesn't go on your list.
I mean, there's a lot of these things that I would recognize, like, by look, and, yeah, I recognize the look of this guy. This is a guy that I would, like, visually register and never read.
Oh. Well, you're not missing much. Andy Cap stinks on ice.
Okay.
If this is my tier list, Andy Cap would definitely go below Curtis.
Okay.
As would Beetle Bailey. Ugh.
Oh, yeah. Shu. I remember not hating Shu. I'm gonna keep that and see. Yeah, Beetle Bailey.
Kudzu F minus just because of the pain it put me through just now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, Beetle Bailey's the one with the fucking, like, fucking army guys. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, yeah, fucking Kudzu.
I think Nex has given up on us. He's just listening to the radio.
What?
Beetle.
No.
I
I was distracted with something else, but not listening to the radio. I was still paying attention to this shit.
I know, I'm sorry. I was kind of riffing on your background noise. It sounds like you're just listening to the radio.
Oh no, that's not me. That's my mom.
Oh my god, you're going there.
Shameful display.
Well, that's the beauty of the Mulitarian tier list. In many ways, it's not as good as the tier list format that everybody wants, but it has flexibility.
Shameful display.
Because, as demonstrated here, you can do this. You can add tiers infinitely. It is fully customizable in every conceivable way.
Okay.
My goodness.
So, yes, shameful display.
I don't know. You gotta think, like... I know.
Yeah, no, that goes back up.
No assigned mail strip has ever been good. I can't argue for an assigned mail strip ever having been good. But come on. I just said, look, there are some Doonesburys from the 70s that are almost passable.
Okay, shameful display. Here we go. Yeah, no, we needed something specifically for pull strips. Because pull strips are shameful.
Okay.
They need to commit honorable.
切腹
Okay, we're really stretching the definition of comic, but I did think of something that would get higher tier list than it should if it was my list, and it stretches the definition of comic to its breaking point.
Oh shoot.
Roddy Doyle's Star Trek. Those are the things I've shown you where O'Brien has speech bubbles and they're clips from DS9.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's about where I'd put it. Context with a K.
Ooh, that's a toughie. Because, like, I had fun looking through it, but also, like, there's so little on each page, and she updates so slowly for something that we know how it ends. So, like, oh man, that's a B. Like, it's fun, but, yeah, like, you gotta, going into it.
Oh, okay, Max, if you're paying attention to my as well, because you would have no way of knowing what Context with a K is, because who does? Context with a K is a fan-made prequel to Final Fantasy VIII. It's all about the final boss in Final Fantasy VIII, the Sorceress, and like a loose origin story of things she did before the events of Final Fantasy VIII. Or, well, technically after, because it's time travel, and she lives in, quote-unquote, the future.
I'm still like the idea of this comic.
Oh, I mean, the concept and Alpha's words, the audacity, is like the main appeal of this comic. And also some of the art, because the final boss in Final Fantasy VIII, the Sorceress Ultima, like, it only has like one sprite and one costume. So the artist, she had to make up like clothes for the Sorceress for different days, and she makes some interesting choices.
Yeah.
Crotchless chaps, why not? But there's also okay, what's the button to get? You know what? I'm gonna click random and see what happens. Because there's like a sorceress outfit, but it's also like a regular sweater vest, like you'd see somebody wearing at the library. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. Or this is the one where you thought she was topless.
No, the one where I thought she was topless was the one where she is like wearing a skin tone shirt and is tending the chocobo.
Oh. Okay, which reminds me, since we're going back here. Yeah, chocobos play a big part in this comic, and
God.
I'm sure the artist like listened to this on a loop while drawing this. Oh, and there's also like a government battle armor outfit. Oh, and yeah, see, outfits just out the ass. But they're all the sorceress costume, but like situationally based. Jeans. And the faces. The faces. These are the faces of evil.
These are the faces.
First jeans.
But we have a separate tier for specifically lost.jpg.
Oh, this randomization sucks. I'm like getting a lot of repeats already. Okay, so this might be the one where you thought she wasn't wearing clothes.
Well, that's just the outfit she wears in the game.
Right, but you know what? Like, because like of all the drawings and like I can tell you one thing. She is horny for the sorceress.
Yes.
Because it's also in the content, like, she's imprinted like such like a unwarranted personality onto the sorceress. She wants the sorceress to be a cool girlfriend type.
Yeah.
The sorceress is not a cool girlfriend type.
No.
The sorceress doesn't fuck. My evaluation of the sorceress, like as a person, given only the context from Final Fantasy VIII, the sorceress does not fuck. Ever.
No. If anything, she will chop off your dick.
Right. Yeah, I was kind of thinking like that wasn't how I was gonna finish that, but like, if anything, like she has a special time compression spell to like undo other people's fucking.
Yeah.
Cast anti-fuckeraga, and like instantly like a memory of fucking like is gone from your brain. As
Yeah, it's deleted. It's gone. It can never be returned to your brain.
Oh, and it's a cute yellow chocobo named Baba. I'm sorry. If the sorceress had a chocobo, she would not name it Baba. The sorcerer's chocobo would be a black chocobo named Killzone.
Yeah, it would be it would be a giant mutant chocobo with like armor and like spikes and like chastity belts, and it would be named Wingmaster.
Yeah.
And he'd have like a gimp mask.
Why that?
You know, good question. Although I did not question it as I was saying it. Because it's like, because she's the sorceress.
Right.
Okay, I think, like, one of these has to be the one where you thought she was naked.
It's one of the strips where she's wearing this outfit. I think it's the first one where she has this outfit on. So it's further back, but it's with this outfit.
And you see how much, like, time this chocobo takes up in this strip. It's kind of a cheap ploy to make the sorceress, like, a sympathetic and lovable character. Because it's by proxy. She's with this optimistic, bright-eyed young girl and this chocobo that makes happy bird noises in a heart-shaped word panel. Because that's what her claws with a K-L-A-W-S, or claws of evil do.
Right.
They make the chocobo happy with scratches.
Okay, now this can't ever possibly be a comprehensive list of comics that I've read, because there are a ton of, like, random internet comics that I've read in my life and have just exited my memory.
Wow, what a neat formatted tier list. I mean, just... because you've seen the gunched up garbage that I've done.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Okay, Heathcliff, Garfield, the big cats are out of the way. Calvin and Hobbes, another one of the cats out of the way. You did Penis. You did Curtis. Beetle Bale. Mary Worth? You probably haven't read Mary Worth.
No, but you are reminding me of another shitty comic. The one with the frumpy lady who wears the glasses.
Kathy?
Yeah.
Marmaduke. Yeah, that's the one. And Kathy, much like the bird, also likes chocolate.
Mary Worth. Oh my god, she looks like a golden girl. It's like Betty White the comic. Oh my god, it's terrifying. Yeah, Kathy. Oh yeah, that's a shitfuck terrible comic strip.
Yeah, Kathy might be F tier.
Really? I mean...
I can't believe this. Can't any man in your age bracket fix anything? Is your generation letting the fine art of fixing things just die?
Where's my nice chicken dinner? Okay, let's take a look at some more of these to compare and contrast.
That's a better Kathy. Ugh. I'm not even gonna try to read because of how it. Like, what's up with this fucking formatting?
Yeah, what the shit? What are you doing, Kathy? I'm trying to contact Irving through ESP and tell him to call me. Why don't you just call him up? I can't do that. I'd break the spell. I'd destroy the whole meaning of him receiving and acting upon a purely spiritual message from me. Besides, he doesn't answer.
Okay, despite this weirdness, Kathy, he's hurt you too many times. Next time he calls, just bite your tongue and give him your answer.
Okay,
Yes.
so Kathy is like a femcel.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. I almost want to bump it up a notch just for that.
Oh, you don't though. Oh.
I mean, it's like that's kind of funny. I mean, it's bad, but oh yeah, like
Right, because okay, this isn't a strip, but this drawing is the Kathy character in a nutshell.
yeah.
Not exactly a femcel, but like she's like that sad kind of woman. It's like I want to be sexy and hip, but I'm too body conscious, and I eat chocolate, like kind of oddly self-hating, to where it gets obnoxious and annoying. My friends all hurry home to work with their husbands. They plan every day around spending time with their children. It makes me feel it's time to make some big changes of my own. Mom, I think I'm finally ready to make a real commitment. Oh, sweetie, you mean you're... I'm going to get a dog. Mom? Go away. I want to be alone with my happiness. Food, love, mother, career. Live every day to the fullest. Partake of the 4 basic guilt groups.
Oh my god.
Right, and the drawings of Kathy are like exasperated faces. And she has a shirt with a heart on it. Oh, and Kathy is, you see, this is one of the things I talk about. Kathy Guesswhite, the creator of Kathy, she's off the chain rich from fucking Kathy.
Okay, so she's like a Jim Davis character.
Yeah. Because there are tons of them. The guy who wrote Beetle Bailey, okay, he's not as rich because, like,
because that comic stinks.
Kathy's one of the one that got, like, marketed. Like, Peanuts is an example.
Yeah.
There are tons of examples where they make, like, ornaments and greeting cards and, like, big dolls like this.
Yeah.
You don't know the pressure men are under today, Kathy. We're supposed to be tough business people, brilliant investors, nurturing parents.
Mud wrestling.
What is this quality?
This is an extremely fucking rare thing. Like, this shouldn't even be findable.
Yeah, the Rare Media Archive. Oh my god.
And that title is appropriate.
The calculated microphone is inside a potato.
Well, the quality is, there is not better quality, period, the end.
Yeah, no, this is all we got, Max.
All we got is shit.
My job. That's important.
Carburetors.
Oh, office awards dinner in 2 weeks.
Stock car racing.
Getting nominated. I was.
This is kind of the point of why Kathy is fucking ass. And not the good kind. Because this is Kathy's, like, male counterpart, Irving.
Right.
And the thing about Irving is, like, Irving is kind of sort of like... It's like a shitty nothing burger of a person. But Kathy, like, validates herself by being in a relationship. And, like, Irving's the guy, but Irving's like a pathetic nothing burger of a human being. So that, like, further, like, perpetuates, like, Kathy's low self-worth. By proxy of Irving being, like, a worthless piece of shit. And it's because Irving is the exact male counterpart of Kathy that they're equally matched. It's a weird fucking thing. And
So,
it's like,
is this a show that had more episodes, or is this a TV pilot that never got off the ground?
bit of both, because, okay. Okay, I see what I did. Alright. Better quality. Well, Max, I stand fucking corrected. Better quality, here you go.
Oh. Oh, and we even have the special CBS special presentation. This isn't that much better quality.
Yeah.
Well, at least it doesn't sound like the microphone inside a box of cornflakes.
Okay, so this.
No, instead it's in a box of Oreos.
Okay, so this was just like a one-shot that they did. And it's looking like it might be like the same studio as the Peanuts people, because...
What?
No, yeah, because, like, you notice the background randos are, like, morphing into Peanuts?
For a second I thought you said penis people.
That's kind of, that is the Kathy Guess White art style.
Really?
And the thing is, Peanuts is old, ancient, really. This is the thing, Kathy, like, learned from Peanuts. That's where the similarity's coming from.
Okay.
Wow, I can see why this didn't take off. Yeah, because you make Garfield a cartoon, it ain't exactly great, but it's, like, workable enough where, like, kids would want to watch it.
Yeah, like, it's a fantastical cartoon. Stuff happens.
Nobody wants to watch a cartoon about, like, a self-hating woman with, like, a bad boyfriend and her parents want her to have kids. Like,
well,
no kids are talking about that.
Some weird adults might want to watch it, but that's not the time slot people in the 1980s might have made this for.
Right, and this way predates, like, the age of adults watching cartoons.
Right, and like... Well, I mean, there was Wait Till Your Father Gets Home. That was like a 70s cartoon? And you could argue maybe some of Flintstones, to an extent. So there was a bit of that going on. Like, it was on the radar. But yeah, like, this was a horrendous miscalculation.
Right, and, you know, you can't really blame Kathy for it. Because a network approaches you and says, we are going to give you a bag of money. And, like, a team of animators to help you do this. And all you have to do is, like, think of 20 minutes worth of content. It's like, you know what? Yeah, give it a shot. Like, maybe this is the big break.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
Yeah, let's fucking do that.
I mean, shit, like, she's been publishing cartoons for, like, what, 5-10 years by this point? You can fucking make 20 minutes worth of content out of repackaged comic strips.
Yeah.
And they'd never know, because it's all in the newspaper. Who's gonna check?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. 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 FTLFW. Netflix special. We've cleared the rights with Sega of America. We can do it.
You gotta clear the rights with more than just Sega of America. You gotta clear it with every video game company that has ever existed.
Well, look, so don't worry about it. Like, Netflix is gonna take the brunt of the legal action.
Oh my.
Yeah, this isn't your goof. Not exactly the same thing, but this is the deal with this thing existing. This isn't the artist's fault.
Right.
This isn't her goof. This is some network executive that got demoted to the mailroom tomorrow.
Right. No, yeah, I agree. Yeah, no, absolutely. If a network executive was foolish enough to approach me, I absolutely would take the money and run. I would not hesitate to neglect to tell them how foolish an idea it is to adapt a Sprite comic to a TV show. His head is shaped like a penis. He has balls for a chin, and his head is shaped like a cock end. Why?
Well, you know what? To venture a guess at that, you notice like her art style is primitive enough where like nobody really has anatomy, such as like Kathy, or nobody has boobs.
Right.
There has to be some way to convey the idea of maleness.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, that's true.
You know, sorry to say this, but freaking Thanksgiving food is giving me like a fucking... No?
Ah.
I get it.
Have a good one, y'all.
Have a good one.